Hello, good morning, Honesty. Good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in to the live. Hello, Angelique. Hello, hello. Likewise, likewise, likewise. Good to see you. Good to see you. We'll get started here in a moment. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Real Psychic Investigators. My name is NEHRU. We are going to go ahead and get into another psychic investigation read in a moment. There are a couple of household items that I would like to mention, and that before we get into the reading. Nicaragua, okay, welcome in investigators, welcome in FBI, CIA, DEA, Interpol, okay, investigative agencies all around this planet. Thank you so much for tuning in, attorneys, judges, okay. There's something about a classic car, okay? This classic car could be a 1967 something, okay? Or there's something about 1967, okay, in this energy, okay? Someone born in 1967, okay? Or, again, something about a classic car. This could be a collection, okay? Specifically, the vehicle that I got was a Buick Skylark, okay? 1967 Buick Skylark, okay? I'm not sure what that is. I was a huge fan of classic cars growing up. I remember Kevin in Illinois, we would go to classic car shows, okay? In Illinois, we went to McCormick Hotel every year for several years. We went to the McCormick Hotel in Chicago for the auto show, and that was one of my favorite childhood memories, okay, is going to the auto show every year in Chicago. Hello, Divine. Hello. Thank you so much for tuning in. Good to see you. Good to see you. Okay. So a classic car, okay, and again, you could be a classic, okay, you could be classic, okay, and resonate with the energy of the 40s. I'm getting the energy of the 1940s, okay? So you could be a Katharine Hepburn fan, you know, you could be of that energy. That could have been your last lifetime here, okay? There could be someone associated with this energy who was born in the 1940s, okay? 1947 specifically resonates for me personally, 1947. Okay. As I'm shuffling the deck, anything else, Divine? Amy Grant, okay? The Christian artist Amy Grant, okay? Best known song is probably El Shaddai, okay? Amy Grant, okay? Someone's named Amy, or there's something about a grant, okay? This grant could have been taken out in your name, or you're receiving a grant, okay? If you function as an entrepreneur, there could be something about a grant, okay? Or a grant. Cary Grant, again, speaking of that golden age of television, Katharine Hepburn, okay? Cary Grant, or someone's name is Cary, male or female, okay? Also, lastly, I should say, when I was going through dialysis, and you know, I was Seen at a couple of different hospitals in Central Florida. I was seen at Memorial Hospital in Central Florida. I was seen at the hospital in Altamont Springs, Florida. I don't remember the name of that hospital, okay? But it's in Altamont Springs on 436, so State Road 436, okay? 436 is a 13, okay? Representing death, scorpionic energy, okay? If there's a death, there's a rebirth. If there's a death, there is a rebirth, all right? As I shuffle the cards, looking at the name Cooper, Tara, a karmic illness, Campbell, Millie, Martyr, Mildred, okay? Jordan, Jada, Julie, and June, okay? Any of those names, investigators, for your cases and collective for your journey. Your names or someone else's name in this energy. Okay. All right, everyone. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your love. Okay. Feel free to ask questions. Okay. If you would like to schedule a free esoteric conversation with me, I am until the 1st of the year, until January 1, offering free esoteric conversations. Charmaine, you will be receiving your information again here probably shortly after this live video. Okay, Charmaine. Okay. Okay, there's a loudmouth out here with bad breath. Okay, there's a loudmouth energy out here with bad breath. So halitosis, okay, a loudmouth with bad breath. Okay, the name Greenstad, okay, Greenstad, okay. We have Kash Patel out here. We have mechanic that's a gang stalker, okay? A mechanic that's a gang stalker, okay? Anything else, Divine? Oh, and so I mentioned the hospitals in that. During my transplant, the kidney transplant coordinator, where my kidney transplant was received or completed, we have the name Tisha, okay? And someone with an undiagnosed illness. The transplant coordinator, all the people that you meet along your journey, is significant to pay attention to their names. Her name, first name is Holly, last name is Woods. Truly, Holly Woods is her name, okay? She works for the VA, for the Veterans Administration, on the University of Pitt campus in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That is where the transplant took place. So Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, okay? The Steelers, you could be a Steelers fan, okay? You could have gone to a game this year, or someone else could have, okay? Yeah, Holly Woods. And the name Robbie, Robert, okay? Robinson. Divine Source, Aravat, we thank you so much once again for a new day. For me, it's already a new day. For you all, it's about to be, okay? For those of you who have been listening to me for some time, the current time is 11:29, okay? And that date is extremely significant for me. That is the 333rd day of the year. 11:29 is the 333rd day of the year in a non-leap year. So typically, with the exception of every 7 years. 11:29. If you would like to schedule that esoteric conversation, okay, it doesn't have to happen before the 1st, but I need to have the email, okay, or you show interest in wanting to schedule that before midnight, December 31st. Divine Source, I invite the ancestors of the collective and the ancestors of the investigators in at this time so that we can go ahead and see what it is that you and our divine spirit guides would like to show us at this time. Confirmation would like to show us at this time. Thank you so much, Aravat, for all that you do to protect our energy, for all that you do to show us how to ascend, how to get out of the matrix and live a consciously spiritual journey here, because that is the goal. Okay? No one should be a martyr today. there was only one martyr, and that is Yeshua. Okay? They died, so you and I would not have to be sacrificed, even though we have been in some cases in lives past. Okay? But you don't have to be a martyr today. Do not sacrifice yourself for someone else. Anyone, not your children. Do not sacrifice yourself for anyone. Do not stay in a relationship for children. It's not worth it. Ultimately, you're only hurting their spiritual journey in addition to yours. Okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay? Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I hope your Sunday has been going well. Okay? I hope you are protected. I hope you continue to do your protective work. Again, celibacy, okay, hermit, okay, and meditation. 3 keys, okay. Hello, Paul. Hello, Paul. Okay. We have that. And we do have 3 separate stacks. So again, shuffling through all those and whatever energy we need to pull from that. We have a 3-headed monster out here, or someone who does not know who they are. I'll show you the card, okay? We have a 3-headed monster, or someone that could be a serpent energy, or someone who doesn't know who they are, okay? So they show one face at church on Sunday. So when they went to a religious-ass organization today, they showed one face. Oh, good morning. Hi, bless you. Oh, God bless you. Hugging everybody, right? All cheery. One of their faces. Then at work, they show another face. Then at home, they show another face. And then amongst their covens, they show another face. Okay? So someone's living an inauthentic life. Oh, Perul. I'm sorry. I'm probably Perul. Okay? I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. All right? We have a high priestess energy out here, okay? You could resonate with being a shaman. You could resonate with being an expert of some sort in whatever it is that you do. Again, spiritually and or physically, an expert, okay? You could be highly sought after for your skills, for your gifts, for your talents, okay? The difference between a gift and a talent, divine source imparts gifts. Talents are gained while you are here in the 3D. So you learn math while you are here. You learn history while you are here. Okay? Those sorts of things. You learn art, paint, draw, play the piano. Yeah, you learn those things. How to take care of yourself. Okay? You learn those things here on the planet. How to be a mechanic. Okay? Or anything else. Okay? Singing lessons, voice lessons, anything like that, okay? Talents are what you gain while you are here. Okay. So, we have some on the floor. Oh, we have the Hierophant. So we have the Hierophant and the High Priestess out here. Also, there's something about a headmaster. A headmaster, okay? Now, so a headmaster, okay, in high vibrational energy, a headmaster is someone who is, again, highly intuitive, okay? They are locked in to whoever they are. Again, shamanistic type of energy, earth angel type of energy, okay? Someone who is like Sadhguru, if you follow Sadhguru. Hey, Ashley, good to see you again, as always. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, John. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right. Can I call you JP? Thanks so much, JP. I don't know, that may resonate with you. All right. So we have communication coming. Okay. This is communication. Again, tarot is a confirmation. Okay. Tarot is not new news. Okay? So nothing out here is surprising. It's a confirmation. Okay? A perspective about something, something about remote, okay? Remote viewing you, okay? Or remote controlling you, or something about a remote. You could have lost the remote to your TV. Someone could have hidden the remote. Someone could have come into your house and taken the remote. Okay? Yeah, all right, JP. All right, JP. Thank you so much again for tuning in. I appreciate you. Okay? And then we have the King of Wands. Okay, again, so this speaks to someone who is all about the truth. Okay, we are all about the truth. And we have the Two of Swords out here. This Two of Swords energy represents either, again, take it as it resonates. That means what easily fits. Either someone who's stuck between two decisions. Okay, so you standing here, collective investigators. Okay, and which way are you going to go? Are you going to continue to embrace the truth and walk the high vibrational, consciously spiritual journey that you are called to? Or will you turn around and walk back to the, I just got the Knight of Swords? Are you going to walk back to the Knight of Swords? Okay, whoever that is for you. Okay. Again, on top of the stack, we have a loud mouth, bad breath energy. A loud mouth, bad breath energy. So someone who has halitosis, they could have jacked up teeth. Okay. And Tisha. Okay. Someone could be a Pisces. That's a sun sign Pisces, moon sign Pisces. Okay. The name Thompson, I'm reminded of Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, who was gunned down in New York City. Okay, Brian Thompson. They were born on 7/10 or 7/11. 7/10 or 7/11. Brian Thompson. Okay, that was an assassination. Okay, that was an assassination. And again, that's karmic. Okay, no one murders liars. Well, until they become incarcerated, and then like they murder rapists and molesters and that sort of thing in jail. But on the outside, murders typically happen against those who are truth speakers, like a Charlie Kirk, okay, like a Malcolm X, Malcolm Little, okay, they are no longer X, Malcolm Little, okay, Martin Luther King. And again, they also had karmic choices and things that they did in their life. John F. Kennedy Jr., confirmation, okay? So John F. Kennedy Jr., John F. Kennedy Jr. was a little bit of a King David energy, okay? Married, but behind Jacqueline Onassis Kennedy's back, he was also fucking on Marilyn Monroe. And who knows whoever else. Okay? So even though he was divinely appointed and knew things, that's why he was ultimately murdered, okay, and assassinated, he also made karmic ass choices. Okay? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if you do not have a journal, collective investigators, again, I always advise investigators to start a journal separate from their legal case file, okay, and your investigative file. Start a journal, because when you start meditating, you will begin to have dreams and visions regarding your cases, okay? There's a judge that is watching. Hello, Your Honor. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? A judge is watching. All right? Here we go. Real estate company. Real estate company. Okay? So this real estate company could be stuck. Okay? Like Chuck. Okay? Money laundering is significant. A real estate company. Right here. Okay? Stuck. Okay? They have no... Did I not just mention Malcolm Little Every now and then I channel them, and my throat chakra channels them, and I sound like them, speak like them. There we go. Okay. In fact, I'm going to change this right now to little instead of X. I'm going to take that out right now. Okay. They stopped being Malcolm X a long time ago. Okay. A long time ago. They stopped being Malcolm X a long time ago. Okay. Prior to the assassination ordered by Elijah Muhammad. Okay. That's why I would never join the Nation of Islam or be Islamic. I would never join an organization where the leader orders assassinations of truth speakers. Never. I would never join an organization like that. If you are, okay. But I would never do that. Okay. So Malcolm X was assassinated to silence the truth. Again, what he was revealing about Elijah Muhammad's karmic ass lies, okay? And the 50 children that he had with all these different women. Okay. Real estate company. Someone's name could be Malcolm or Little. Okay. Tisha, associated with this real estate company. Melinda, Keisha, Sherry, Cherie, Ebony. Okay. Could be associated with this real estate company. Okay. You could be looking at some type of laundering of money investigators. Okay. A real estate company. Okay. We have a pedophile, okay? Prepare for last minute changes, okay? This is the communication that's coming in for some of you, okay? Also, return to sender any and all blockages concerning unions between divine masculines and divine feminines. Divine source, Aravat, Archangel Michael, Archangel Sandalphon, that is Elijah in your religious book, okay? That is Elijah with a J, okay, in your religious book. They are Archangel Sandalphon today. Okay? So, again, speaking against any blockages regarding divine unions. Okay? Here is my here's my prenuptial side agreement. Here's my prenuptial. Whoever my divine masculine female happens to be, I don't know who they are. Meaning, I haven't met them in the 3D, okay? Or, yeah, I don't believe I've met them, okay? Here it is, okay? If I am ever unfaithful to you, okay, I will walk away with only whatever I came into the situation with, or whatever companies or whatever I've built on my own. Okay? If you want full custody of the children because I've been unfaithful, I will give you full custody of the children because I am enlightened enough, first of all, to know that I would never make a karmic ass choice like that. Okay? So I have all the confidence in the world to lay it all out there on the line and know that I'm not risking anything. Why? Because I know me. I know who I am. I know my actions. Okay? Same thing with you. Okay? If you, divine masculine woman, if you are ever found to be unfaithful to me, okay, I will get full custody of the children. Okay? And I don't want your money, so I don't even need that. Okay? But I will get full custody of the children, and I will remove you from my life. That's my prenuptial agreement. Okay? So, whoever you are, divine masculine, I hope you're strong. I hope you're faithful. And again, that's my prenuptial agreement. Okay? You can't cut somebody off from their kids because they're unfaithful to you. Oh, yes, the fuck me and my ancestors in Aravat can. If you come against an earth angel, a master builder 33, and you go fuck on somebody else in addition to them, you don't deserve anything that they've manifested on this planet. You deserve none of their energy, and that includes the seed. You deserve none of what they have or none of what they've created. Okay, same thing with you, men, divine masculines, divine feminines, men or women. Again, you can be a male and be a divine feminine. You can be a female and be a divine masculine. Same thing. Nothing. Nothing. Okay? East Coast. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for tuning in, Keely. Thank you so much for tuning in. Okay? That's a strong prenuptial agreement. I have no problem signing your prenuptial agreement to protect your assets, your money, whatever you come into the relationship with. Again, because I know me. I know how faithful I am. And that is the name that divine calls me. Faithful. Okay? So, East Coast of anywhere, Lionel, Leah, and Lonnie. Okay? Okay? So we have East Coast on one side of the Hierophant, okay? You could be a Hierophant and be on the East Coast of the United States, the East Coast of Japan, the East Coast of Vietnam, the East Coast of anywhere in the world, South America, anywhere, East Coast. Okay. On the other side of the Hierophant, we have the name Jacqueline, okay? So Jacqueline could be on the East Coast of some country. All right. Jackie, Jacqueline. Okay, Jackie could obviously be is a unisex name, so it could be a male or a female. Okay, Jackie, Jacqueline. All right. We have Celeste, Cecilian, and Cicero. Okay, Celeste. Ooh, I was watching a movie the other day, and I think the name Celeste. Maybe it was a sitcom. I'm not sure. Okay. One of the sitcoms I've been watching, and again, most sitcoms are extremely demeaning to men, okay? They paint men as dumbasses, okay? Men as just aloof, okay? Completely emotionally unaware, and I don't like that, okay? Because in the entertainment industry, they would much rather, also if you are in the entertainment industry, divine masculine, female, I am going to have a challenge with you kissing on somebody on screen. I'm going to have a challenge with you kissing somebody on the lips on screen. So if you are an actor or an actress, okay, I am going to have an issue with that. You want to know why Hollywood is so hellish? It's because they so easily exchange energy like that. I'm married and I'm in a committed relationship, but I'm kissing on somebody else. Even if you're acting, that is an energy exchange. Don't be putting the lips that belong to me on somebody else. No. You kiss them on the cheek. Okay? On the forehead. On the hand. Don't be kissing them in the mouth. Okay? The name Sabrina, Samantha, or something about a silhouette, okay? Shadow energy, remote control. These individuals, any of these names collective, could be remote viewing you, investigators. You could have confirmation that one of these names, Sabrina, Samantha, Celeste, Cecilian, Cicero, okay, is out here remote viewing somebody, okay? Remote viewing, okay? The name Delois, okay? Delois. Okay? Lois. Delulu. So Delois could be Delulu. Delois could be Cuckoo. Okay? For Cocoa Puffs or something else. Levi, Alexander, Hudson, and Luca. Levi could be Alexandria. Could be Luca. Okay? What do you mean, what about your name? Hot dog, what do you mean about your name? And again, if you act crazy, I will kick your ass off my fucking channel, okay? Don't be a dumbass. We don't deal with dumbasses. Tell them collective in the comment section. We do not deal with dumbasses on this channel. Confirmation horn honk. So what do you mean? What about my name, hot dog? That's not even your real name. So don't fuck around and find out, okay? When my ancestors come and chop you in the fucking throat, don't fuck around and find out, okay? I don't know what the fuck your name is. What is hot dog? What does that mean? Okay? Again, that's probably not even your real name. So you're asking me about a fictitious name? That carries no weight. No weight whatsoever. Okay? The names Heiser, Hayes, Hines, and Henderson, collective. Heiser, Haynes, Hayes, Henderson, collective and investigators. Apparently, Omega, apparently, he likes hot dogs. Apparently. Okay, if you say so. Well, it's not my responsibility to know the meaning of your name. It's your responsibility to know the meaning of your name and who you are. That's not my responsibility. So look up your own name and the meaning of it. And then you come back and you tell me what your name means. Hot dog. Okay? So we have Levi, Alexander, Hudson, and Luca. It could be Jacqueline Heiser. It could be Levi Heiser, Levi Haynes, Alexis Haynes. It could be Alexa Alexander. Okay? It could be Luca Alexander. Okay? All right? Yeah, that's about to happen. Okay? So we have Heiser, Haynes, Hines, and Henderson on one side of the high priestess. Okay? So one of these names or more is a high priestess or a dark high priestess. Again, shaman type of energy, or they perpetrate themselves as one, like a spiritual LARPer. Okay? Love the enemy, hate their deeds. Okay? I speak strongly against homosexual and lesbian activity. Why? Because divine said, be fruitful and multiply. That also means from your sacral. That doesn't mean in your pocket only. That means also from your sacral. Okay? So, yeah. That's why I speak so strongly against lesbian and homosexual activity. Also, I was given over to a family that is an incestuous family. Kevin's family is an incestuous family. Judy's family is an incestuous family, having sex with one another. Okay? And so because of that, yeah, I speak strongly against those types of relationships. Again, you can do whatever you want to. Hot dog. You can do whatever you want to. Okay? You can stick your hot dog wherever you want to. Don't make it right. Okay? Again, just because they have money, Queen Latifah, just because they have money, Raven Simone, just because they have money, Lady Gaga, just because they have money, doesn't mean Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Quincy Jones, Will Smith, Jada Smith, Pickett Smith, just because they got money, the earth would look at them and be like, oh yeah, they're prosperous and and they have a good marriage. No, no. Their fucking bedroom is wide open to every motherfucker, cat or ding dong that comes through their house. No, no. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I'm the first millionaire in my family. Hot dog. I'm the first millionaire in my family. Okay. There you go, hot dog. I just put your ass in timeout. There you go, hot dog. Okay? Go suck on something and then come back when you're high vibrational. Okay? We have Lieutenant Joe Kenda. Okay? So a high vibrational energy who is seeking the truth, okay? Not just justice, the truth. And in the 3D, there is a difference, unfortunately. Unfortunately, there is a difference between the truth and justice, okay? We have male theft out here, okay? Also, this could be M-A-L-E theft, okay? Male theft, okay? This could be connected to a former lover of yours, collective, okay? Male theft, okay? Spend time near water if you can. Spend time near water if you can, okay? There's an energy of the rise of the Titans in this energy currently. The rise of the Titans. We are the Titans, mighty, mighty Titans. Okay? The Titans. Movie starring Denzel Washington, based on a true story. Okay? The rise of the Titans. Okay? And again, spend time near water. If you are unable to spend time near... And exactly what do you mean, Barbara? What do you mean you have no love at all? Oh, that says lover. Oh, okay. So you're celibate today. Okay, good. All right. So am I. Okay. So if you can't spend time near water because water's frozen where you are, okay, you might want to drink more water. Also, what you could do is when you're meditating or when you go to sleep, you can sit a clean glass of water next to your bed, on your nightstand, or what have you. Okay? Oh, yeah, that's a very good movie. Very good movie. Okay? So, again, that three-headed monster right here, someone not knowing who they are, any of these names out here, Delois, Hines, Heiser, Hayes, Henderson, Levi, Alexander, Hudson, Luca, Jackie, Jacqueline, Tisha, somebody on the East Coast, okay? Melinda, Sherry, Ebony, Keisha, okay? Three-headed monster, okay? They also didn't show you who they truly were, okay? In some cases, collective, relax and have a drink. So go spend time near water and have a drink, okay? That doesn't have to be an alcoholic beverage. That could be a smoothie. That could be anything, okay? Spend time near water, have a drink, okay? I'm getting Buzz Lightyear energy to infinity and beyond. Buzz Lightyear energy, okay? Confirmation horn honk to infinity and beyond, okay? Cam and Thaddeus, okay? Cam and Thaddeus. Cameron, Camila, okay? Oh, yes, I wonder. Is it Camila? Oh, yes, I wonder. Is it Camila? All right. So, Camila, Thaddeus, okay? Rodney, Dennis, okay? We know Ronnie Dennis. If you want to look into a karmic case, Ronnie, R-O-N-N-Y, Dennis, and Hinesville, Georgia. Look it up. That's a case this year. Ronnie Dennis, Hinesville, Georgia, Fort Stewart. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. I spent a year and a half stationed at Fort Stewart, okay, towards the end of my military career, but I wasn't there for the majority of the time. I was deployed. So I wasn't physically there in Hinesville, but I was there, okay? So look up veterans and soldiers at Fort Stewart, Ronnie Dennis in Hinesville, Georgia. Take a look at the case. Okay, again, that's 2025 news, on the news, 2025. Okay? Someone's a demonic, or there's a demonic entity, okay? So, hot dog, okay? You could have been that demonic entity. They can't comment now because I shut their ass down, okay? So, demonic entity present, that could have been the hot dog, your wiener, okay? Like Omega said, you like hot dogs. Yeah, I wonder what's going on with the, Interesting. Give me just one moment. Give me just one moment. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender. Divine source, clear up the frequency. 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 Ancestors, clear up the frequency. Clear up the frequency. Clear up the frequency. The transmission, clear up the frequency. Clear up the frequency, divine source. Okay? You noticed when I said that the demonic entity was present, that the video started being interrupted. Divine source. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Okay? We wrestle not against flesh and blood. Give me just one moment. Let me go get some sage. Okay? Give me just one moment. Oh, I did that, Omega. I put my finger over the camera so that I could turn the camera around to see if it was still connected to the Wi-Fi. I did that. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, JP, apparently, too much truth coming out. Apparently, the enemy doesn't like exposure. The enemy doesn't like exposure. Yeah, apparently. Apparently. Return to sender, return to sender, return to sender, Aravat, return to sender, Aravat, return to sender. Okay? Yeah, the enemy doesn't like the exposure. Okay? Even though they tried to expose you for some lie. They don't like exposure. Okay? We have something about a sex cult. Okay? Something about a sex cult. Okay? All right? Sex cult. That is on one side of the Two of Wands energy. Okay? The Two of Wands energy. Okay? So, looking out, and again, always represents a different perspective, a new perspective. Okay? A new perspective. Confirmation burp. On the other side of the Two of Wands, we have never gonna get it. So someone's never gonna get it. Again or ever. Okay? Someone could have been lying and saying that they had sex with you. Okay? Been lying and telling people that they had sex with you. Okay? Thank you so much, Aravat, for clearing up the frequency. Thank you so much, Aravat, for clearing up the frequency. Okay? Wow. You see that fucking message up there that Nate put? I already silenced them. You see that fucking message that they put up there? Okay? You see? Demonic entities present. Demonic entities present. Do you know something, collective? Your haters are your biggest fans. Your haters are your biggest fans. Okay? Haters are your biggest fans. A false mother. Okay? We have love songs out here. Okay? When I finished the last live, okay? When I finished the last live, immediately I got a song sang by Olita Adams, okay? I don't care how you get here, just get here if you can, okay? I do too, JP. I wouldn't want it any other way. I'm glad I was sown into the karmic religious ass ministers. All of the boys are ministers up in Chicago and all of that. They're all religious ass ministers who now have taken their church pages down, who have now taken their church YouTube pages down. Also, by the way, let me say this for anyone who's tuning in from the Rock of Central Florida in Sanford, Florida. Stephen Lee Parker, okay? There's going to be a forensic examination of your tithing, okay? How much ever money I have given you, if you are found to be in fraudulent activity with the karmics, okay, Marsha, Thomas Wycart, or anyone else, I'm suing your ass. I'm suing the Rock of Central Florida, and you're going to give me every fucking penny that I gave you for 20 years. Every fucking penny, Steve Parker. Every penny. So if your ass, so go ahead and try to change the records. Go ahead. Go ahead. Try to remove me off your books from 20 years of giving to you. Go ahead, Steve. Try to remove me. When the forensic accounting is done, I'm a former tax accountant. Steve's dumbass knows that. Okay? When that is done, when that investigation's done, if you are found fraudulent, I don't care if it's $40,000, $50,000, your ass writing me a check. You write me a check, Steve, and I'm gonna cash that motherfucker just as happily and genuinely as I gave to you for 20 years. You write me a check if you were found to be in cahoots with the enemy. So go ahead and change your record, Steve. Go ahead and change your bookkeeping. Go ahead. Okay? McDonald, McCurry, and McLean. There is some heavy karmic energy in here today, this evening. There is some heavy karmic energy in here tonight. There is some heavy karmic energy in here tonight. You see all these stupid ass comments, okay? Crazy asses, Ashley. Crazy asses. Crazy asses. Okay? They think they're relentless. They think they're relentless. They think they're relentless. I'm more relentless. They think they're more relentless. They think they're strong. I am more so. I am more so. Okay? I raised you, but you are my sister's child. Okay? I raised you, but you are my sister's child. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Don't apologize, Omega. Don't apologize for them. Again, don't. Okay? They're doing their karmic low vibrational ass job, getting paid or whatever else, just like we're doing our high vibrational job. Don't apologize for them stupid asses. Okay? So I raised you, but you are my sister's child. Okay, again, we have a false mother out here already. Okay, we have false mother energy out here already. Okay, thank you so much for everyone for the love. I appreciate it, and I reciprocate that love to you. This is a collective reading. That means take what easily fits. Okay, take what easily fits. All right. We have Attorney General, okay, and Adjunct Professor. So again, I said headmaster, okay, that is someone who could be also a professor, okay, a headmaster of a private school, typically public school headmaster, or somebody can suck a golf ball through a garden hose, headmaster. Hot dog could probably suck a golf ball through a garden hose, okay, or whoever else. Oh, you called the Attorney General. Good job, Omega. Good job. Okay. JP, that's a good question, but no. Okay. And I'm gonna say this is why. Okay, that's a very good question. So even though we are meant to walk this journey, and in some cases, again, with the Hierophant out here and the High Priestess, again, being in hermit mode, there are times and seasons for that. I do not believe that we are meant to walk, most of us anyway, a Gandhi type of life where we are isolated, okay, for years and years and decades. And I don't believe that. Again, I've been on my solo journey, okay, Job experience for 3 years, okay, but that's not going to last forever. All right. So when it comes to your soul tribe, I do believe that there are earthly connections that you need to make, because the mindset is, the karmic thought is I don't need anyone. And I understand that that's not what you're saying, but the energy of I don't need anyone is false, because you need someone at the store to check you out when you go. And I don't mean check you out like, ooh, although somebody might be. I don't mean check you out like that. I mean, ring your groceries up, right? Receive the money in exchange, right? We need someone. You need someone who drives the tanker to the gas station that puts the gas in the tanks underground so that you could put gas in your vehicle so that you can continue on whatever missions on earth you're on. Okay? So we all need individuals here on this planet. Okay? We can't do it all ourselves. Issa could not do it all themselves. Yeshua, they had 12 apostles. They're not 12 disciples. Okay? Disciples is the rest of the people. Okay? There were 12 apostles. And the first one was Mary Magdala. Again, because man's karmic ass control, they removed Mary Magdala as the 13th apostle. Okay? Shout out to you, ladies. Shout out to you, ladies. High vibrational beings you are. Shout out to the master nurturers. Shout out to you. Okay? They removed the women from the religious book. You have to look at canonical text. The Bible is not a canonical text. The Bible is a confirmation, horn honk. The Bible is a manipulated book. That's part of the MK Ultra program. Go to church, give me your money, come here every week, have me tell you Jesus died for your sins, and one day in the sweet by and by, you will experience the great glory in heaven. What a bunch of bullshit. The earth was created for divine source and its angels, not the enemy. Okay? So I do believe that there are Soul Tribe members here on the 3D, JP, that will be coming to you and that you will be crossing paths with, okay, along your journey, okay? On the other side of McDonald, it could be McDonald, it could be Donaldson, Curry, Lean, some other name with a Mac, MC. That could be someone's initials, Mariah Carey. We've looked up Mariah Carey's information in the past, okay? We often, interesting, Ashley. We often look up celebrities, okay, because there's a lot of celebrity energy that comes out here. So MC, Mariah Carey, what's another MC? Mark Curry. Speaking of Curry, Mark Curry, former NBA player and comedian. Mr. Cooper, hanging with Mr. Cooper. Somebody could have been hanging with Mr. Cooper or hanging with the Coopers, okay? MC, okay? MC Light, one of the original female rappers, MC Light, okay? Undercover Lover, okay? Any of these names that are out here, Undercover Lover, okay? You could find out that a parent was sleeping with one of your exes, okay? A parent was sleeping with one of your exes. We have the name Cole, Carter, and Kobe, okay? Cole, Carter, Kobe, okay? The name Tommy, okay? Tommy Cole, Tommy and Cole from Martin, Tommy and Cole, Tommy Carter, Kobe Carter, okay? Cole Carter, Kobe Carter. Okay. There's something going on and a collapse of lies is happening, a collapse of lies, okay? And so someone has antisocial personality disorder, ASPD. Someone has antisocial personality disorder. Keely. Someone has antisocial personality disorder. Okay. Collapse of lies. Okay. Collapse of lies is on one side, of the King of Wands. Truth. On the King of Wands. Truth. Okay. Divine says in the religious book that I am thy wrath, I am thy staff, rod and thy staff. Do you know what that means? Okay. The rod is for discipline. That's what the rod is for. We've all gotten out of line. Again, I went through a year and 5 months, 6 months, 4 months, something like that. My sabbatical from Most High. Okay, when I first got out of the military. Okay, Divine beat my ass the whole year and a half. Beat my ass the whole time. The whole time. Okay. So the rod is for discipline. The staff is for guidance. So when you get lost, the staff, okay, to bring you back into the fold. The staff, a sheep herder, brings the sheep back into the staff, back into the collective, back into the flock. Okay? If you keep this house, it will require an exorcism or major cleanse. Okay, so there's a property out here that belongs to some of you. And if you accept this property, okay, you will need to cleanse it. Okay, or some type of exorcism. Yeah, I thank him for both. I'm really liking your energy, JP. I'm really liking your energy. Thank you so much. Okay. Exorcism on a house. Okay. Someone could have been living in this house and they were performing blood rituals. I'm getting blood rituals. They were performing blood rituals and things like that in this house. Okay. Had altars of you in their house. So if they were renting your house out or living in your property, when you receive this property back, okay, as justice, okay, you will need to perform some type of cleansing work for that. A sibling is doing witchcraft against you. So if you have a sibling and you suspect that they are karmic, your intuition tells you that they are karmic, and they are doing witchcraft against you. Again, do you know how simple it is to do witchcraft against someone? Okay? Let's say a parent. Okay? Because often it's the ones closest to us. Again, it's the ones closest to us. Okay? That's why it says, the saying goes, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. It's often the ones closest to you that flip on you. Okay? So, a parent. Okay? So a parent, let's see, a parent lives in poverty. Okay, they've never really had shit, never really done shit, couldn't really manifest shit, lived off food stamps and wicked their whole fucking life. You got government cheese, I got government cheese. You lived in the hood, in the projects. Okay, this parent could be jealous because now you got a business starting up, now you're branching out, now you make whatever. All their life, they never made more than $25,000 a year. But you got a job and now you make 40, 50, 60, 70, $100,000 a year. And they're looking at you, they're jealous of you. That's witchcraft. That simple. Jealousy is witchcraft. That simple. Okay? A sibling doing witchcraft against you. Again, if you don't have any siblings, it doesn't have to be your siblings. Okay. Something about an engagement in the past or on the way. Oh, check this out. I'm looking at new house behind sibling doing witchcraft against you. New house. Okay. Right behind. You'll need to cleanse this house. Shout out to Toby Keith, baby. Shout out to Toby Keith. Shout out to Toby Keith, baby, and his spirit. Shout out to you, baby. Shout out to you. This lifetime, I should have been a cowboy. I should have learned to rope and ride. Okay, maybe I will learn to do that on my ranch. Shout out to you, Toby Keith. I love you. Shout out to you, baby. Okay, we have an engagement. Okay. Yeah, there's no need to envy. Jealousy is the stupidest thing ever. It's like racism. Stupidest thing ever. We've been here before, collective investigators, judge who's watching, confirmation with that message that came out here that a judge is watching. We've been here before. How dumb would it be for me to be racist against another race that my ancestors are? What if I was racist against people from confirmation with my nose itchy? What if I was racist against people from India? And my grandmother and great-grandmother are from India. How dumb would that be? I don't want nobody. I don't like people from the Middle East. Do you know what you're doing to your bloodline when you do racist ass shit or have racist ass thoughts? Do you know what you're doing? You're shutting down the flow of blessings to you from those who are of other races in this lifetime. You shut down that flow. Racism. Okay? Some type of engagement. You could have been engaged to any name out here. Okay? Women or men. Okay? Toby, Tobias, Keith. Okay? Keith Washington. Okay? R&B singer. Keith Washington. Okay? Toby from, is it Superman? Toby, right? The actor who played, or no, Spider-Man. Who played the original, the Spider-Man, like the 2000 Spider-Man, Toby, right? Is that his name? Something about engagement. Illness. Return to sender. Omega, during your spiritual journey, if you meditate, okay, during your spiritual journey, as you ascend, okay, your ancestors and Archangel Metatron, who on the earth was Enoch, okay, so when you read the Bible, when you hear about Enoch, they are Archangel Metatron. They are the keeper of the Akashic records and the master scribe. As you ascend, Omega, through your third eye in your esoteric travels, you will witness who you are. And these are different travels, okay? So let's say for me, for instance, so I've had visions of different forms of me, okay? I've had different visions of different forms of me, again, through my esoteric travels and ascensions. So as you do this, you will. As you rise, rise of the Titans, as you rise, you will. And ask your ancestors, Most High, Erevat, Divine Source, whatever you refer to them as, okay, as long as it's the true divine being entity, ask them. Ask your ancestors to reveal to you what you look like at this time in the spirit, what you look like in the past in the spirit, okay? You might get a little freaked out again. You ask. So, all right. So, there's something about a fallen soulmate that is dying of a karmic illness. Their name could be out here or it could not be. Okay? There's a karmic ass. Okay? Someone's initials are OW or WO. Okay? Or you could be saying, wow, when you get all of this information. Investigators could be saying, wow, this shit is real. Okay? Something about a polygamist. Okay? A man with many women. Okay? A polyamorous individual is a woman with many men. Okay? Like a madam. Like a madam. Okay? Someone could be running a sex shop. A sex shop. Okay? Number 429, you're up. Number 530, you're up. Number 144, you're up. Number 322, you're up. A sex shop. Okay? Somebody could be getting trains ran on them, or yeah, getting hot dogs. Hot dog. Okay. Yeah, Ashley, it is. Okay, something about the Air Force, military. Also, St. Louis. We had St. Louis come out, and then I posted something about St. Louis and someone an official in St. Louis. I posted it yesterday or this morning for you in America, about someone in St. Louis, an official who's been busted for something. Okay, brown guy. Okay, St. Louis is also where the military records are kept for every branch. Okay, so if you have a mother, father, brother, sister who's no longer here, okay, their DD 214 and their military records, their military career records, it's kept in St. Louis. Okay, military housing records, and not housing like a house, their career again. Okay. So there could be something about that. You may be able to look into that, okay? You will need to prove that they are no longer physically here, okay? Yep, never gonna get it, Keely. Nope, we're gonna tease hot dog from here to Sunday. Hot dog, confirmation horn hawk. We're gonna tease you hot dog from here to Sunday, baby. And it's only Monday. So you got 7 more days. Hot dog. Okay. Someone's lying about a death. The name's Marcia Marie Chi Guerra. Could be significant. Nicole. Okay. Nicole. I said Cooper earlier. Nicole. All right. So let's go ahead and tie it up here. I think we are, Yeah, find something safe to do, hot dog, okay? Before you end up with a karmic STD that you cannot get rid of. And again, that could be a female, okay, who has some fake ass account, okay? Investigators, there's something about a triple homicide, okay? Okay? Like money, raining, manna, raining. Okay? I said his name. There it is. Write a check, Steve. I'm telling you. if you are found to be guilty of cohort and cohorts, okay, or an accomplice in any sort of way with Thomas, with Denise, with whoever, James, Jenny, Marcia, Alfredo, Benjamin, Donna, Vanessa, Christian, Rebecca, Cletus, Kevin, I'm suing the Rock of Central Florida. That might shut your fucking church down. I will be suing your ass. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. I gave your ass money out of earnest for 2 years. Steve, you always say if you want to make it right, write a check. Well, Steve, write a check. Okay? Let's go ahead and get some angel numbers to tie it up. Thank you so much. Again, a lot of names, a lot of energy out here. Man, we'll go through everything here real quick once I pull these angel numbers. We'll sum it up. Okay, for those of you who are not in here for the beginning of the message, we'll go ahead and sum it up here in a moment. Okay. Again, Nicaragua, a classic car or a classic car collection. Okay. The name Amy, Grant, or something about a grant, okay? And the name Rob, okay? Rob, Robinson, Robert, Robbie, okay? They could be a karmic ass minister, okay? Again, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you so much for the love. Thank you so much for the laughs. Thank you so much for the laughs, okay? Laughter does a good body good like medicine. That is for sure. So thank you so much for the laughs, okay? That's all you can do. Once you heal, okay? All you can do is just laugh at the crazy asses. That's all you can do is just laugh at them. Just, what a clown. What a dumbass. Play dumbass games, win dumbass prizes. All you can do is just laugh at them. Okay? All right. So, let's go ahead and pull everything together here again. I will go ahead and sum everything up here for those of you who may have missed the beginning of the reading. All right, let's go ahead and get this together. We're here. I'm looking at angel number 5555. Pay attention to the angel numbers that you see. Investigators, please pay attention to the angel numbers that you see throughout the day. You drive by the bank and the bank has a digital clock and you see that it's 3:32, okay? 3:32, okay? Pay attention to that. You see 144. Look on the Gregorian calendar and find out what the 144th day of the year is. That is pertinent to you or an investigation. What is the 144th day of the year? Look it up. Okay, look it up. What is the 220th day of the year? What is the 109th day of the year? What is the 112th day of the year on the Gregorian calendar? Look it up. Okay, your ancestors, our ancestors, they are helping you. If you have not listened to that short video that I posted about Nostradamus's prediction for 2026, please go look at that, okay? You may need to turn the volume all the way up, okay? Or go to, on YouTube, go to the Interconnected Zone. Shout out to the Interconnected Zone for releasing the truth. Go to the Interconnected Zone, okay? Excellent. See, Omega, yeah. You know the day that you see, that's significant. That's significant. And that's 5-5. FYI, that's 5-5. Okay? That's a 10. Okay? Omega 145. Okay? That's a 10. Okay? So you represent for your bloodline. Let me speak to you for a minute, Omega. Let me speak to you for a minute because you're so faithful. Let me speak to you for a minute. Omega, you represent 10. And 10 represents a completion, an end of a cycle. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords. Ten of Wands, a completion. Omega, you are the completion, the end of the karmic cycle to your bloodline. Again, that doesn't mean that the relatives that you have, because just because you're born into a family doesn't mean they're that doesn't mean they're part of your bloodline. Okay, especially if you heal your bloodline. Okay, Omega, divine source, is the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. You bring the end to the karmic, whatever that is, poverty, obesity, whatever that happens to be for your bloodline. Shout out to you, girl. Shout out to you. Okay. So we have love songs. Okay. So this is the summary. Love songs. Of course, you're welcome. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Love songs. The name Delois. Someone is in a sex cult. That is a sex cult. It could be a church. Okay. A group of men, group of women. Okay. Someone's never going to get it. Okay. Again, they could have lied on you and said that they were getting it. Celeste, Sicilian, Cicero. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Spend time near water. Lieutenant Jokinda is on the case. Okay. Thank you, high vibrational investigators. Again, thank you, judges who are tuning in, and attorneys. There's an undercover lover. Okay. Undercover lover. A sibling doing witchcraft. Okay. Military, Air Force, you or someone else. Celebrity energy, Toby Keith. Something about a new house. Polygamist. Okay. Oprah Winfrey, or someone's initials are OW or WO. The fallen twin flame is going to die from a karmic illness. Again, this could be sexually transmitted demons, sexually transmitted diseases, sexually transmitted distractions, spiritually transmitted diseases, spiritually transmitted distractions. I can go on and on. Go on and on. Can't understand how it lasts so long. I must have had superpowers. Gap 355,000 hours. Get a calculator, do the math. Made 1,000 songs that made you move your ass. For the last 300 months, made 16 albums with me on the front and a bump. Where you get your beats? I had 93 rappers say shit like me. I heard 93 readers say shit like me. Don't be stealing my fucking information. We are divinely led, okay? Not karmic fed. We are divinely led, not karmic fed, okay? If you keep the house, the new house, the house that belonged to you in the first place, okay, you'll need to do an exorcism or some type of major cleansing to that property, okay? Not just the house, but the land, because they could have buried something on the land, especially once they found out that the FBI, CIA, or DEA was watching them. They could have buried things on the property, okay, as a way of doing witchcraft. So even when you get the house, you get onto the property, okay? So again, not just the physical building, but the grounds, the Gaia of it, okay? A mech name, Donald Curry Lean, okay? Relax and have a drink collective, okay? If you have an issue with drinking, don't make it an alcoholic beverage, okay? Malcolm Little was assassinated for government secrets, or to silence them. I said government secrets, so, but because they were telling the truth about Elijah Muhammad. There's something about a real estate company here, collective investigators, that could be a money laundering, okay, setup, okay? Rise of the Titans. Now is the time. Thank you, Spirit of Nostradamus. Thank you, Spirit of Nostradamus. Cam, Thaddeus, Tisha. Again, Cam could be Camila, okay, or some other female name, CAM, CT, okay? Katina Titmore, Katina Thomas, okay? Male theft, okay? The names Levi, Alexander, Hudson, and Luca. And again, Alexander could be Alexandria, Alexis, Alexa, Alex, it could be any combination of that name. Okay, same thing with the others. Okay, Heiser, Hayes, Hines, and Henderson. Love the enemy, hate their deeds. Okay, that's why you love your enemies from afar. Okay, love the enemy, hate their deeds. Divine Source doesn't hate anyone. Erevat, the great I am, confirmation horn honk, they do not hate anyone. They definitely hate they don't even hate the devil. They do hate the devil and Jezebel's spirit because of their deeds. Okay. Jacqueline, again, Jackie male or Jacqueline female. Prepare for last minute changes. Okay. And return to sender any blockages on divine unions that are set to kick off in 2026 or any other point. Return to sender any blockages for divine unions. Okay, return to sender. Okay, prepare for last minute changes. We have an engagement. Okay, this could be business or romantic engagement, or you could have been engaged to any one of these energies out here, these names. Engagement. Okay, collapse of lies happening as we speak. Collapse of lies. The name's Cole Carter Coleman. I said Coleman, so yeah, Coleman, okay? Or Kobe, okay? Or there's something about Kobe cheese, Kobe Jack cheese, Kobe Jack. Attorney General or adjunct professor, again, a headmaster, okay? I raised you, but you are my sister's child, okay? False mother, okay? We had a lot of demonic energy present today in this live. A lot of demonic energy present in this in this reading today. I had to silence their ass. Okay? And now they got to go create another fake account, investigators. Now they got to go create another fake account. Mildred, Millie, Martyr, Campbell. Okay? We have Melinda, Keisha, Sherry, and Ebony. Okay, we have something on the east coast of somewhere, east coast of the wherever, some country, some state, some region, the east coast. Wow. Is that an open investigation, Omega? Okay, the judge is watching again. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you. Okay, you're hearing the truth, not just on my channel. There are other truth speakers here, just like there are karmic truth speakers on YouTube and other platforms, okay? A judge is watching, okay? And lastly, a loudmouth, bad breath individual. Loudmouth, bad breath, okay? And the name Steve, okay? Angel numbers closing it out, okay? We have clarity 50. We have clarity 5555. Okay. Also Omega. Okay. Double portion 5555. Okay. That's a 20. Okay. This is for great transformation, a major change, opportunity. Okay. Fast pace. Okay. So something's picking up steam. Something's picking up steam. Okay. And we have a process. Okay. So 5555. Here's another 55. Okay. Readjustments. Breaks down to a 55. 1616 6161. Yep. Yep. All right.